Good morning. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today is Saturday, February 21st, 2026. This is a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Please subscribe, follow, and like this video. Go ahead and see what is in your energy today. Spirits, please help with this message today. What is in the energy and the advice for Sagittarius? Okay. That's kind of a lot of cards that fell out. It's too many. There's no way I can get them all within view in this video. I'm gonna go here. Okay. First one we have out is, this was in reverse, but it's the quote, "Only dead fish go with the flow." That did come out in a reverse. So that might indicate that maybe you're not going with the flow, but let's see. Don't trust me. Okay. What else we have here? Okay, that's too many again. But this one just flipped out once in a lifetime. Okay. I'm gonna get one more. Hopefully it'll just give me one. Okay, and it did. Temporary housing. Okay, so someone might be in a temporary housing situation. Your housing might be a little unsecure right now. Okay. Only dead fish go with the flow. Which, I mean, basically that means that you're alive. And sometimes you just have to go against the flow. I mean, maybe you had to do so in a situation that caused you to get into a temporary housing situation for whatever reason. Maybe there was somebody that you couldn't trust. We do have this once in a lifetime here. Okay, we will go ahead and clarify. What I want to do, I got a new deck, and it is the Shaman Wisdom cards. And this is, what is this by? I'll show you the box. It's created by Leah Richardson. Okay, I'm gonna pull one of these just to see what we get, and then I'll go ahead and read from the book that came with it. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has for us today with these cards. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle. Let's see what we got. I was reading through the little guidebook. I really liked what I was reading in there, so let's see what we get. Go ahead and cut the deck here for you. Yeah, and with the temporary housing sitting here, it just kind of makes me feel like you're definitely starting a new path. And we'll see what this once in a lifetime's about. We're gonna clarify all these cards after, but let's see what Spirit has for Sagittarius here. Okay, it just gave me 3, which is more than I intended, but I'm gonna go ahead and take them. Okay, and this is my first time reading these cards. So we have Thunder Moon, which is Virgo energy. So you may be dealing with or have Virgo in your chart, and says shields and adolescent and Thunder Moon. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this one. Okay, so number 6. And Virgo is from August 23rd to September 22nd. I am Thunder Moon. I am plenty. I have a time of gathering. I am the power of honoring. Storehouses filled and overflowing. I am abundance. My gentle light in the name of Indian summer signifies plenty for you and the people. Now is the time of loving or healing. Service to others is emphasized at this time, perhaps finding new ways to heal the planet or your own community. Of course, you won't be of help to others unless you are healthy, so take care of yourself too. Let the moon of the Indian summer gently sit upon your shoulder. I am plenty, I am the harvest moon in the fall. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one here. So it's talking about helping out or servicing, giving service to others. And I could see where that could fit into a temporary housing situation because there's a lot of people in that situation that are in need. So I don't know if you have something to do with potentially maybe with your work in this area if you're not yourself in this situation, or this might just be something that you're passionate about helping people with potentially. Okay, let's go ahead and read this next one. So we have it's number 17 is the crow slash raven, and we have southwest and then masculine water. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead for 17. I am crow, I am raven. While we are two distinct species, we are similar in medicine. I'm a little misunderstood and revered. I am the messenger, the bridge between two worlds, the dream world, the physical realm. My psychic knowledge soars above the earth plane, calling, sometimes jeering, always breaking the silence. I am the shape shifter. I bring spirit messages and inner knowledge. Even as I dream the dream, I scavenge the rubbish piles, the things rejected by my two legged relatives, using what they discard as useless. Okay. I am the message and the messenger, the bridge between two worlds. I screech my arrival as I jump into your day. It's no secret when I come. I clearly let you know exactly where things stand. When I am present, you know that your future is changing before your eyes. This is the time of transformation. You still transverse the spheres of understanding. Expect the unexpected. Open your heart to welcome great plenty. It is insufficient to desire it alone. As your connection between two realms, I support you in balancing everyday reality with spiritual purpose. Get past the face value of things. They are not always what they seem. I am your wake up call. Okay, so something is not potentially what it seems. We have a don't trust me here. Okay, I am going to read this third card here, but I'm going to read it more towards the end because these are kind of long. So what I'd like to do is just go ahead. When we clarify the once in a lifetime, we'll read that card with it. Okay, go ahead and shuffle the clarifying cards here. Okay, the first question I'm gonna ask Spirit is why is the only dead fish go with the flow and the crow and the thunderman here? And these two, what are these two cards? Speaking of, okay. Spirit, why is the crow raven and the thunderman here? Okay, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, you can see those cards pretty well there. So with that Five of Wands being in reverse, when in an upright, that's basically a fight or a conflict or a competition. But this came out in a reversal. So in this case, we're looking at a situation that is potentially blown out of proportion. There may definitely be a feeling of passive aggressive energy at play. The advice of this card is that it's best to stick to facts. And then we have this only dead fish go with the flow. So it does seem like in this conflict, whatever you're facing, that it may be best to kind of stick to the facts and not feel like you just have to go down the same road everybody else in the conflict is, or whether it's one other person or what's going on here. We do see temporary housing, so I mean, you could be housing somebody in your house too, as well. You are trying to help this person out. This is talking about having or doing service for others. And then with the crow raven, balancing everyday reality, whatever that situation is, with spiritual purpose. What is the purpose? Why? Sometimes you have to remember why you extended yourself in the first place. Things may not always be what they seem. That's what it says at the end of the Crow Raven. I am your wake up call. So, this may be, it seems like a warning from Spirit that maybe a conflict was blown out of proportion and the whole energy of it is just scattered everywhere. Which I don't know if you've dealt with dysfunction in your life at all, then you know how that feels. Um, let's go ahead. So we've got Don't Trust Me next. So, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is Don't Trust Who. So, Spirit, bless me for her. Okay, it's a Scout of Wands. So, this is a page energy. Could be someone younger or someone who just maturity level wise is on a lower level than you. With the Scout of Wands coming out in reverse, this is someone who can be, I feel like, very passionate, but You kind of got to watch out for a Page of Wands in reverse. They can be very hasty and impulsive. So you may be dealing with someone in this conflict who's very hasty or impulsive and just acting very childish. And Spirit's saying, don't trust this person. Don't go along with their flow. Okay, Spirit, tell me why temporary housing is here. Tell me more about this. Okay, so we have Nine of Swords coming out. Let's look at these cards. The Scout of Wands. See, this person's, they're having fun, they're passionate, they're enjoying themselves. A young energy. Like I said, when that's in a reverse, this person can be very hasty and impulsive. Not making plans before making movements. Which is probably what's led to this temporary housing situation that you now find yourself with this person. We have the Nine of Swords. So here with the Nine of Swords. We see this person. They're kind of just like camping out outside in the elements. I mean, really, how well are you going to sleep in that state like that? This is usually in the original or most tarot decks. This is the person who is in the bed with all the swords, right? There's swords. Yeah, the swords are down the bottom of the card and they're having anxiety and can't sleep. So in a reversal, that would be someone who's having a lot of panic attacks, extreme anxiety. However, in a reverse, this person's now being able to be restful due to the assistance it looks like that you're giving them here in their housing situation. But their energy over here is not good. And then we have once in a lifetime, so I'm going to go ahead and clarify that card. Spirit wise, once in a lifetime here. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, but this is coming out in a reverse. So with the Hierophant being in reverse, this is someone who is rebelling or in a contemptive, is that a word? Contemptive? In contempt in their spirit, basically. Misunderstanding that this is a once in a lifetime situation here. I feel like you don't have to be offering this person this assistance. This is causing a lot of confusion and you're just really feeling a lack of faith. Maybe once in a lifetime is I am not doing this again. Potentially kind of get a nod too. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to read the last one. So it's the Badger, and it's West, Feminine, Fire. So we had one that was water and one that was fire. And then we have this one is Virgo, which is earth. Okay. So we have number 22 for advice. Okay, Badger. I am Badger. I'm assertive. My teeth are sharp and barred. Don't expect me to back down. I fight for what I want, and I usually get it. I may be difficult if you cross me, but my care and custody of that which I defend is strong and assertive. I clearly define the lines of conflict and power struggles. Wow. Okay. I am quick to express my feelings, especially if I feel threatened or cornered. My judgments are keen and swift. I'm assertive. I feel like Spirit's giving you advice to be assertive in this situation. If I burst into your day, you'd better take me seriously. I fight for my rights, and so should you. You may need to defend the principles you say you believe in. Hierophant. Beliefs. Wow. Okay. Be prepared to stand up for what you say you believe. It's a time to walk your talk. In addition, you may need to get your feelings out, cry, blow your top, bare your teeth. You'll feel better once you let go. Now turn your anger into passion for the work at hand. Badger digs to the root. Badger medicine says digest the root. Get to the bottom of things. Assimilate everything you need to know for healing. All right, well, that is the message today, Sagittarius. Please do follow, like, subscribe. Thank you. Till next time.